Hello. Welcome to Late Night Talks with Romantic Developer. Today is our part 139.
Hello.
And now I hear the sound. And it means that we less than 13 days away from my goal, 152 consecutive day stream, a challenge. And after that, we will think how to modify that stream series, and maybe we will create new stream series, a new beginning or whatever, and it would be much more. It would include all the experience we received during those days. Right now, today is already December 1st in my time zone, and it's 3 o'clock. I'm doing my stream for 15 minutes and have to restart it, just clean first 15 minutes because I started without microphone and never noticed that. So welcome. Historically, my stream contains of two parts. One part of is my personal reflections and some thoughts which I want to share with you. Mostly some events which I seen through the day, some news or some just thoughts. So also it's time designated to answer your comments, reply to your perspectives and so on. But right now I don't receive much comments from you. Hopefully it will change soon. I don't expect my stream series will be too popular, but I believe it could be quite helpful for someone, and of course it would be quite interesting for me to have some conversation with you in comment section as well. So welcome to my comment section. Most probably you see it after the stream, so please leave me a comment if you're looking at it, and let's continue. So today is the first day of the winter, and I really wish you to have a beautiful winter with coziness of your home, coziness of your work, and even if you work outside, I wish you warm and predicted time outside. Always a way to keep yourself safe and warm. And in case, I also wish you not be in the state when any war have much less probability to come into your life. What I mean that what I see is that many people actually want the war. It sounds crazy, but I saw, and okay, I'm looking at many countries, I'm looking at many people, and even if I don't know everyone thoughts about some topic, sometimes I see a very aggressive thoughts about the war, about the conflicts, and people like ready to start another war and participate in it, and it was very, let's say, very bad. You just can't imagine what the war means. It means that every day it would be very high risks for you, for your loved ones, for multiple other people in your country, to die, to receive some injuries, some bad injuries, and so on and so on. Right now is the active phase of war between Russia and Ukraine, and thousands of people every day dies from both sides. And as we see, new war just arrive blooming on surface of Earth, like new war in Syria between official Syria government and some how they called an opposition. I'm sorry, it's I read it in European media, in some resources they called them opposition. Of course, because those two sides are hating each other, of course it would be more deaths, and who knows when they could stop the death roll. So I hope you will could change your mind. You could change your mind, and I hope multiple people around you will change their minds, and the war would be just not needed for you. So when multiple people don't need the war, don't like it, and they believe there are other options, when some situation arise, I mean, when some conflicts arise, every conflict could be resolved. Very few conflicts couldn't be resolved any other way except the war. And I hope the people will go to the side of negotiations and peace and that type of mind rather than passive aggression of like energy discussion, path of showing who is the stronger, who has more power in weaponry, not in wisdom, and so on and so on. So I really want to live in the world. I'm sorry, in the world which will choose peace over the war. But who knows? So I wouldn't wish you a peaceful sky. I wish you a peaceful mind. So because it will be your choice still, and hopefully it would be a good choice of yours. Okay, it's some part which I designated for reflections, and let's look into what we could work today, or at least where we could look today on Python script upgrades. Also, I already shown it, but because I probably will cut the stream, you will never see that. So I received as a gift one of that thing. It's it's beautiful. Okay. So it's very static. It's rotate everything, but there is an illusion that ball is floating. It's just illusion, but it's so nice. Yeah, it's like very smooth and mirrored, and because of it, because it reflects the light, it's impressions that while everything other things is moving, it just stays still, and it's interesting effect. So yeah, it's small gift from one of the Chinese side. When I do orders, sometimes they propose some tiny gifts, and when I receive them after several months of wait, it's always a surprise because I ordered that. Nice. Okay, let's switch to our track of development, software development. Just a reminder, right now we are doing AI helper tool, which allow us to download any YouTube video, transcribe it, execute multiple prompts on top of it, like create beautiful title, description, video chapters, a nice transcript, even short ideas, and it's also allow us to update YouTube video properties, title descriptions, like keywords, etc. Also, yeah, we already tried multiple things, like we tried using our local Viber, local Whisper, installed Whisper for transcription. And right now we try to create some tool which would be complete batch file. So everything you need, you just install, and then you have batch file which execute one thing after another, and you have the full process. And now we are working on Python script. I'm not a professional in Python at all. I'm just learning that language, but mostly I wrote some code, sometimes in many cases with ChatGPT. And then I'm understanding what that code is doing, and sometimes I'm doing my small fixes to that. And yeah, it's like iterative process. It's on YouTube AI Helper on GitHub, so you can find it, and if you need a link, you just send me a comment. if you couldn't find it, but it should be pretty simple. And yeah, right now we have on the screen you see part of, so we have several like current progress, we have what we want to do next, etc., etc. But in that section on that screen you see current like with red or with orange, dark orange is something which is working fine, with green something which we working on right now, and all the gray or dark gray is something we want to improve in our scripts. So for example, right now all my streams are using that tool to update the stream title, stream description, stream chapters, keywords, and so on. And it's already working, but I just want to slightly improve it and make it work even better on multiple things. So one of the things after Whisper is transcribing stream file, whatever, I mean any audio file. Sometimes it's do it not perfectly, and especially it's visible with non-English languages, which it do it great, it do it much better than YouTube transcription engine, but of course it's not as great as it could. So but what we can do, we can execute OpenAI prompt to improve the transcription. And yeah, there are multiple techniques, but we try to improve SRT transcription, so subtitles transcription, leaving the same subtitle structure, because then we can upgrade YouTube video with proper subtitles. We can translate the subtitles into multiple languages and also upload that, and so on and so on. So there are multiple things, but most important thing that if it would be fixed, then we will receive much better quality for the next step, like for description, for title, even for keywords, etc., etc. So if we would, if Whisper, let's say, it not tell properly some names, and we're talking about those names, for example, it means that everything else in description and keywords using those names would be also broken. So, and I noticed that sometimes I'm fixing transcripts before and then I re-execute the title, description, keywords for the fixed transcripts. So just to speed up that thing, I'm thinking, okay, probably we could execute those transcripts as well. So, and we identified several things after yesterday experiments. And also another thing would be support improve SRT prompt as separate file as well. So now let's switch to our code. Let's create new folder, and that folder would be not here. Let's create is it possible to create top level folder? It still want to create somewhere here. Okay, let's create here. Let's call it Adobe Premiere Pro ideas, and let's try to move it on the top level. Is it possible to move? Okay, if you will move at the very end, like here, yes. Oh, okay, now we are here. So we don't need all of those And what we will do here, all the files which are not, so like those input, those sailing through reflection, short schema, test APNB, MOGRT, and what we want, we just want to go to that folder and let's create git ignore file here, and let's just ignore everything. So with that, we let's just create also in videos new file. It will be also git ignore, so we don't want any videos and we don't want any videos here. Of course, we can add videos to git ignore on the top level. So right now we just have some changes. We have some changes here in our files, in our transcriber. We already added improved transcript, but we need improve it because it's not doing very cool. So here we try to execute the sync. Okay, and that is, so while I executing it, okay, let's think how we could resolve those issues with token limits. We have that in one of the things we need to resolve. Basically, oh, it's here. We move it. Okay, so work on OpenAI SDK limits. And let's ask our ChatGPT session if we can, oh, come on. Sorry, I need to log in. I try to use bigger ChatGPT and it will show all the Google accounts in my computer. Okay. Hi. I want to improve OpenAI SDK usage in my Python program. Right now, I execute multiple prompts and sometimes I see limit errors. Some of them repeating requests themselves, but for some I see failure like below. Can you suggest how I can fix it? Do I need to write some wrapper, or maybe I can follow better Retry policy? I haven't defined any. I just use standard SDK calls. So let's see what it will reply to us. Implement exponential backoff with random jitter. Automatically return requests with an exponential backoff strategy help manage rate limits efficiently. That approach involves waiting for progressively longer intervals before each retry, which added randomness to prevent synchronized retries across multiple clients. Okay. Tenacity. So we have our client and we have our return response. Make request, try, accept. Request file after retries E. Message model tokens. Okay. It's mean wait a random exponential stop after attempt 6. Okay, let's try what it says as well. Okay. In this example, okay, optimize prompt and token usage, adjust max token. Okay, we don't do that. Monitor and respect rate limit headers. Implement client-side rate limiting. So it's OpenAI cookbook. Default rate, other rate limits, OpenAI key, example rate limiter, or create competitions, how to wait rate limit with an exponential backoff using Tenacity. Using the Backoff library, manual Backoff implementation. Okay, let's try just what we had in our initial implementation, that thing. I think that would help us in a lot of cases. So we have transcriber and also we have prompt processor. Could use it everywhere. And prompt processor and transcriber. Okay. And then we just use that like attribute near make request. Accept exception request field after retries. So, and we have our code in improve response. So probably this function. Try result. So make request, return response. We don't have any logic, try catch logic here, so probably it's a good candidate to improve request. Okay. And now in prompt processor, we have something like processing of prompt, schema, generated file, generate and save response, try response, exception SE. So what we can do, probably we could do that here, Retry, and we can move it here, move it here, try, and all of those would be somewhere here, here, prompt name, exception, okay, and all of those things just could come here, saved response to output file. Weight random exponential mean max stop after attempt 66 attempts. Okay, now it looks slightly better, I'd say. We'll need to test it, and maybe we could mark that thing has fixed. We could mark that work on OpenAI SDK limit as fixed fit. Okay, what else? And execute OpenAI prompt to fix. Let's come back to our transcriber. And we had some project. We have some history of our prompt. Okay, I found in my history, it's my personal history, response from one preview, by the way, how to transcribe, do it in chunks. So we have split the SRT content into manageable chunks. Let's go improve transcription file, prompt content, okay, message, original SRT file. Now we just original SRT content, split. Let's get the function split SRT file and see if it will work for us here. So split SRT file, SRT content, max subtitles. I think we think about limit at least 350 parse in range subtitles, EE max subtitles, chunk append chunk, return chunk. So we have chunk. So here we already have chunks. Let's see what else we can do with the chunks. Corrected subtitles. And we just go and do like that. So instead of those, let's copy. Let's just copy. So we in chunk index chunk subtitles in chunk. Let's see once again what it will do. It's create chunks and chunk append chunk. Chunk is array of subtitles. Oh, okay. Couldn't say it's very simple for me to understand very quickly what it's doing, but okay. And here we just compose improve. So prompt already we have improve SRT content. Prompt we will not read every time, but messages it's something we could do repeat. Prompt content SRT chunk content. Response would be like that. Why? Because it's don't understand the most recent model. So assistant content. Response choices, let's see. Response choices. Okay, let's copy that. Looks like it's the same, but assistant content. Corrected list parse assistant content. Extend corrected subtitles. And then reindex. Compose the full correctness SRT content, SRT compose correctness. So corrected SRT content. That thing will backup older files if we have them. So we just write corrected SRT content into transcript. And here, instead of and here corrected subtitles. Text content, LLM SRT content, backup files. Okay. Let's just remove everything. In here, let's remove everything here. It's my 138. And even let's remove that. So it's my last stream. Today is 139 and it was 138. And we just copy path for that folder. And let's test our sync. And we will not do full process, but we just execute transcribe. Transcribe command will look for OGG file in the folder and will create a transcript and everything, and then it will try to automatically improve the transcript. Let's see how it will work. Of course, maybe it's Tenacity. So looks like we need to install Tenacity. Let's say pip install. Okay. pip install Tenacity, and let's add it to our requirements, because now it's ready. So let's make sure that we properly install our requirements. Okay, everything is already satisfied. Looks like we properly install, like wrote the requirements string. Okay, let's try transcribe once again. So we send our OGG file to Whisper API. It could take some time. Why? Because it's mostly 2 hours, if not, it doesn't say here how many, but believe me, it's about 2 hours of stream. So of course its transcription of it wouldn't be too fast. Locally, if I'm not mistaken, we could transcribe with speed like 10x. So 60 minutes in 6, or like 120 in 12. Hopefully OpenAI SDK doing it even faster, because they have better, I mean specifically better syncs, and maybe not only CPU, GPU, some virtual machines, etc., but also probably they have some ideas how to optimize it. So maybe they divide the file into few files, transcribe them separately, and then combine them. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, we're already waiting for 2 minutes, mostly for 2 minutes. And let's see if we need to wait any time more. By the way, there are no drop frames as of now, so you could be mostly at the same moment as me. Of course, it would be like 20 seconds delay probably, but still it's maybe 25, but still it's pretty nice. Okay, okay. Hey, are we close? Are we close? It's already 40. So it means that we, and 40, it doesn't show the time exactly. Oh, really? It's already saved transcript, and let's see. When we do transcribe, we just do transcribe folder. Okay, it's just during full process we do. Okay, okay. Let's try the same thing, but improve SRT. Improve. Maybe we could say number of chunk. Let's see. So improve transcription. and we say improve transcription file, prof content. Let's say like logger debug, or maybe info. Divided file into subtitle chunks. Do we have something like len? Index, chunk index. Okay, we already have it. Logger info. Sending for improvement chunk index part. Should it be +1? With that, we at least will know how, like in that particular case, of course, we have two. Because for that 138, if you will look at the transcript, so we have 100, 800, 809, sorry, 809 indexes of transcripts. It means we will send 3 files. It means we will send 3 files, 350 till 700 and till 809. Improving transcription in file. And we send in, I believe it's completion first one, and we send in initial request. Let's ask, do you see any issues with my code? Can you recommend any changes or improvements? Please apply only is clear changes, as I will update my code change by change. Oh, let's just send the code. Hopefully it could understand what I mean with this code. And we still looks like we sent in another chunk right now. Okay, at least some login here. And second chunk would be mostly the same time as the first one, so probably 2.5 minutes, and the last one should be faster. Okay, let's see what will O1 preview tell about the code which we wrote mostly with help of ChatGPT and other systems. Incorrect initialization of OpenAI API key. OpenAI API key self-config. Oh, it's has bad knowledge. Incorrect usage of OpenAPI. Okay. So instead of that, it say, hey, use chat completion, please. We saw that a lot of times, but yeah, it's the same thing. Correct access to response data. So, oh, where are you? Okay. Come on. Everything jumping from my... Okay, we preserved third part. Back it up. Original, back it. Saved improved transcription, saved text transcription, LLM friendly transcript. Okay. So it's mean that we could go and look at them. Let's look at transcript. Let's close it. Let's open transcript once again. Let's open transcript original SRT. Let's close this. Hey, where is transcript? Open to the site. Okay. Cool. So what we have? The late night talks with romantic developers. So initially what we could see, it's improved the quality of the text immediately. So starting with capital, let's just add word wrap to our things. Our serious number is 38. So not serious but serious. You see, it's fixed even some issues. Let's see, 4 a.m. in Pacific time, and it would be 3 or 4 at a.m. at Eastern time, and everywhere in the world. In there, you see, it means the word word. I believe it would be like day. So welcome, my stream is part of my consecutive day stream challenge, and we are on the way to the mark. Right now we are only 14 days from our stream. Okay, and let's see about 350. I really believe how it would connect that thing here and here. So 350, because it's place where it was divided. So where is our whisper? Okay, does it return as proper sync generic? Let's quickly see what we have in our config. Python whisper config, language, response format, temperature, and then we okay, looks good. And we here and here have exactly. Thank you for watching. Okay, so it looks like we have the same number of content. So stop my stream. So yeah, see you 11. Leave some comments below the stream. Thank you for watching. Okay, we saw that it did some of the fixes. It did some of the fixes, and it looks like it did nice fixes. Okay. Let's review what it says. Access to response data for response segments. Yeah, it's dot notation. It's also updated SDK, so it's off because utilize the response variable before exception handling. Response none. Maybe it's worse the thing. Transcribe chunk. Transcribe chunk. Okay. Import missing models. You are using subprocess in your split audio path and get audio duration method, but haven't imported that. Really? Mm. So we have subprocess. Okay, let's remove unnecessary client initialization, remove all instances of client, and use OpenAI model direct. Okay, it's Retry API calls instead of entire method. Plan Retry to the entire improved transcript may cause the entire process to Retry on failure, which is inefficient. Move the Retry logic to the API call itself. Okay, remove. Then inside the method, define a new function for call. API call is a Retry decorator. Okay, maybe it have sense. Use token counting to split more accurately. Tick token. Pip install tick token, import tick token, split SRT file. Token len encoder, encode the subtitle text. Oh, maybe it would be a long process, but it's you know it's proper decision. Create method API call. Okay, use consistent and informative login. Let's do that. It's something we could easily improve. And what it is, the structure of response from transcribing different for what check the actual response structure and adjust the code accordingly. Okay, validate and sanitize inputs. Use proper exception handling in threads. It's something we need to consider basically. Avoid overwriting variables. load file content. Okay, so yeah, it recommended few things which are nice, but normally it's mostly says that we using not properly OpenAI and a lot of issues around it, but it's just because we're using new version of OpenAI. So will we try to do some file let's switch account to romantic developer, because here okay, it's switching. Okay, also let's see what we want to implement as well. So work on OpenAI SDK limits. We right now implemented some retry strategy which should work around that. Execute to fix transcript, create the chunks. Okay, we did that. Import SRT as separate file as well. So let's ask, let's see of the home trending videos. Okay, beat Ronaldo and win 1 million. Okay, let's use that video. And let's just go here and let's try to execute full process here. We will not update YouTube, of course, because we don't have access to that YouTube, but we will also upgrade transcript. I mean improve transcript, because it's our default option right now. And while we are doing that, while we are testing that, let's also look into transcriber. And let's open config. Let's go here. Let's start new chat with for model. I have a code which takes transcript for improvement on whisper config txt file like what's going on. I press something and it's shifted everything. Below is my config file. I want to support not only prompt as a text, but also prompt maybe as different key as a file location along with the whisper config texting. Can you please suggest the changes? If no configs are specified, nor prompt file, I just wanted to skip this step gracefully. Really? Let's refresh the page. I really like it because, you know, it's not looks good. Okay. Let's execute request once again. It's syncing. Let's see. Error reading response. Downloading video, saved video details to text, downloading web page. Really? It looks like my okay, let's exit here. Okay, let's re-execute it once again. Sometimes just executing once again working just nice. Processing URL. Cancel. Let's see what we received as response. Code changes. Modify load config from folder function to check improve SRT content both as text and file path. So load config from folder, whisper config copy, config prompt. Prompt content. Let's try to get prompt content. If not prompt content, else if path is file, prompt content loading from file, improve SRT content, else improve SRT content. Okay, key points. Maybe, you know, we could move it here. It looks good. It still don't want to download. Come on. So let's go to config. And here in config we just get improve SRT content. If no found, okay. Else if pass we say it has prompt content, else we just leave it as is. I don't know why we need that sync once again. And in our transcriber, we don't have improved in whisper to process. Okay, and let's right now. Okay, we interrupted. And here we could go to our configuration generic, and let's create new file, and let's call it as improve SRT txt, and that one would be improve SRT txt improve, and here we just include that one. Oh, nice. Let's move it a few lines. Okay, now it's look more readable. Improve SRT txt. Let's do we have something small? Okay, beat Ronaldo win 100. Oh, it's, I mean, Mr. Beast. Okay, let's copy paste. So let's improve. I know we already improved. Let's try to improve once again. Oh, come on. SRT. So let's just test as direct texting using improve SRT content as direct text prompt. Really, improve SRT txt improve. It should treat the file path relative to the folder where we have whisper config txt. And here we just could actually say Control C. Control C, Control C, Control C. Okay. So what did he say? Okay. We should here where we file path join result config folder prompt content result config folder. Okay, let's see what do we have in our config. Result config folder, result path config folder, and then here prompt content. let's just copy that. Prompt file path result config folder prompt content, and that's env if prompt file path loading from file prompt file path. Okay, prompt content. Okay, prompt content. And here we just prompt file path open prompt file path r prompt content read. Okay, so let's repeat. Improve SRT loading from file, improve SRT, improving transcription, divided SRT for two chunks for process and sending for improving first part. Now it looks better. Okay, let's just test. No, maybe let's just test if everything works together. We can go once again that file. I couldn't exit. Current program unless we will receive some input back to Python. And because we sent that for improving the first part, it just took some time to return. Okay. Let's do full process. Let's still try to do full process for that video URL. So processing URL. Really? What we are using here, YouTube DLP. Okay, now it's downloading. YouTube. Maybe it was some issue. Yeah, for some reason we downloaded not with the highest speed, but still. So yeah, it would be completely new file for us. Let's see, it should be preserved here in videos. And here, beat Ronaldo win 1 million. So it's file detail. We downloading it in WebM. Right now it's only part. And let's see. It just few seconds left. Okay. Now we transforming that file into OGG. It's 22 minutes and we already transformed 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, and it's done. We preserved OGG file. And now we send that for whispered transcription. It's 22 minutes. It should be done under 1 minute. So we have OGG file, we have WebM file, we have file details. Now we should receive our transcription file really soon. So far, let's go and probably change probably this one as well. So to something we already improved or executed. Then we just need to support both Azure OpenAI SDK and OpenAI SDK. So we received some subtitles and there are few of them without no content. Maybe it's on word level transcript. We probably need to add some login about where we did that. And now we divided that into 3 chunks for processing and send for first part. Really? Let's see. Or it contained very short phrases, and see it's just 747. Of course, we probably could send much less, I mean much bigger chunk. So it's where Tokenizer library would be nice. But the Tokenizer library is not very good with different languages, not with English. So maybe it's still good. Maybe it's still good. What we can do, we can add something like test IP. We can add that new file. And we could change that virtual environment. And while we send in file for processing, we could go here into, oh really, I recently logged in again. So we have Omini, really? 1 second. Okay. And we have the Tokenizer library somewhere here. Tick token. Really? Will it help? Okay. And here we can then say import tick token. How is our process? We sent in already second part. Okay. Okay. And would be split SRT file equals. Let's go to our last SRT file, it will be original SRT. Copy pass. Let's encode the pass. Probably it could be done very fast, but SRT file pass. File. Import pass. We have some utility here, very good. Ensure limit format load file content. Okay. And now we could just split. It would be import SRT list. And it would be SRT content. Chunks. Print chunks length chunks. So let's see at least number of chunks. File path is not defined. And here max token. Let's use max token. Max token should be like 16,000, like in our examples. Self, and it's on line 10. And code for model chat GPT 4. I don't remember model name, how it's called, looks like. LLM config GPT-4. Okay. And let's see. Does it know about GPT-4? Response, make request, connection method, URL, timeout, body. Everything went great. Connection aborted. An existing forcibly closed by remote. Read file. OpenAI public blob encoding basic token. And another one. Okay. And here we preserved all the improved transcripts. Then we just processing prompts, post, and updated variables. Okay, now it chunks equals 2. So at least not 3 like before. And print SRT parse Oh, what we do is chunks. Let's remember it's transcriber. We chunk subtitles. So we have SRT compose chunk subtitles. Compose chunks 0. And we just print how long could be the first part. And of course it's scrollable, but we see that it's 510 in my case. 510. So we expect for about, why we send in 16k tokens, because we expect back 16k token. Maybe to be on the safe side, we could use like 15k tokens. What if you use 15k? But I believe anyway, it's much nicer solution than we had before. And we see that with 15k it would be 572. Okay, maybe we will use that method for splitting into the chunks just to improve our number of requests. Tokens, I mean, will it make sense? Do I pay for any request or just for tokens count? I need to check. Okay, let's check our Ronaldo. Beat Ronaldo to win $101 million. So we have transcript original, and let's see how it will improve transcript. Open to site. Let's close that and see. It's original, it's improved. If subscriber can beat Ronaldo in one-on-one, I'm going to give him $1 million. Okay, let's see how 747, and here we have 747 as well. Mark December 19th in the calendar. Every single episode better than anything I've ever done before. The highest stakes ever filmed in history, with 10 episodes of pure chaos, betrayal, the biggest. I gathered 1,000 contestants to complete for $5 million. Only on Prime Video. Beast Games. I don't see changes a lot. Do we know if we can compare them? Surely what we can do, we can go here and say open Revealing Explorer. And I can open transcript SRT in Notepad and original SRT in Notepad. And I could say plugin compare, set first to compare, and original plugin compare. So really, you see, not much. Okay, how to navigate next. Okay, let's how to view wardrobe here. 20 yards should just be a routine, maybe in original we have a routine and fixed routine. Let's see next change. But nailing a 50-yard dime for any level quarterback. So it's added /dash. If Jonah win, I'll put in his bank account. I put it in his bank account. Probably it's proper. This is 10 meter, okay. And you see that it. So not much efficiency here, but if we go back to where's our videos? Okay, if you'll go back to that stream and open original, okay, let's repeat. Let's open original and let's open improved transcript. And let's original would be plugin compare, set first to compare, and that will be comparing. Oh, come on. Do we have any clear active settings? Ignore bookmark. Okay, I think maybe it has some, some total diff lines, 5 added, 5 removed, 55 changed. So because today is the weekend, today's weekends, it's original, the weekend is better, of course. Okay. Six, 9, 14, 19. And of course, okay, comma after on, of course. We tend to worry a lot. We used to worry a lot. Tend is better. Your YouTube channel or etc. I mean, YouTube, let's quickly see what we have in our config Python whisper, and we then okay. So it just removed those words. Why it's plus here, original. Maybe it was the word here and it's word here. It's say it's not the same word, but I don't like that we have so okay for 25. I understand it's more active about 500. Stream arguments will be given. Model and prompt. So once again, messages model, client, application, create client. We send request. 51, 51, 57, 52 to 52, 0, 0. It's something probably it shouldn't do. Okay, I expect even more changes, but you see, it's manageable. It's manageable settings, but looks like it's working, and it's working just fine. So, and as last, let's see what is created the title for Beat Ronaldo win $1 million. His title is Epic One with One Showdown. Scan a subscriber, beat Ronaldo for 1 million. Actually, not bad. What is the keywords? Okay. Ronaldo challenge, Tom Brady, football competition, $1 million prize, amateur golfer, Yahoo Sports application, I show speed race, Bryson DeChambeau, soccer challenge, sport showdown, Prime Video series, Beast games. Okay, what is description? Imagine facing off against greatest athlete in thrilling one-on-one showdown. Kicking off. Can he hold nerve against Brady precision? 0. Introduction. Tom Brady is high school football player. Maholi with Jonah. Okay, Brian. No, is show speed. Cristiano Ronaldo with Khalid. Conclusion and upcoming Beast Games announcement. Okay. Okay, it's a lot of description. Maybe we should teach it to have less description in description field. But overall, I mean, it's pretty good, pretty impressive, pretty good titles, everything. So it's just an example of how we could create everything for a random YouTube video. And of course, now I will do that exercise for my video. So here I just go to CLC and do full process. And for full processing, I think we should something like that. Romantic developer stream. Maybe it would be something like that. Come on. I should be able to find myself. Oh, romantic. I'm sorry. Romantic developer. Yes. Now it makes sense. And I'm just, yeah. We see we are live here. Let's like it. And I'm just executing full process for that video. And before that, I want to say update YouTube, because I connected my token for YouTube here, so I could actually update YouTube easily. So yeah, full process update YouTube looks good. We could be able to do that. So now will finish the stream and execute that prompt, and maybe in about 10 minutes, because downloading a right finished live stream is always harder than already processed video. It will download, transcribe, improve transcription, create description, title, updated keywords, update all of it in the video, and you will see that video fully updated without any of my action. I just need to press enter once. That's it. So yeah, and in future we also will upload SRT transcript of the video, because it would be better than probably recognized by YouTube itself. So it's something we will add maybe tomorrow if we have time for that. So I wish you all the best. Good day, good evening, good morning, whatever you have. if you, yeah, most probably if you see here, you haven't seen the initial message of the stream, but it was simple. Just be kind, be peaceful, love and be loved, and yeah, you make friends with wisdom rather than aggression, and create cozy environment around yourself and in your heart. So guys, I'll see you tomorrow, or whenever you are ready. I'm starting my streaming normally at 11 p.m. Pacific time, but on weekends sometimes, yeah, sometimes later. Please leave me your comments, leave me some of your thoughts, put some questions, whatever ideas. We will discuss all of that during next streams. Thank you and see you later. I will wave my hand now and wait on my phone till I see that hand, and I will stop the stream. Goodbye.